I'm Sonia Gibbs, Managing Director, Head of Sustainable Finance at the IIF. And I'm here with Catherine de Coninck-Lopez, who's Head of ESG for Invesco. Welcome, Catherine. Thank you for joining us. Tell us about your role at Invesco and how it intersects with climate change.
I lead a central team of ESG experts. We're 20 people and we sit across a function of research, engagement, product, services, client interactions, proxy voting and stewardship, as well as data and analytics. And climate change really runs through all those four key pillars, particularly under our umbrella TCFD strategy.
When you think about COP, what are some of the key themes and issues you're going to be watching these weeks?
As investors, anything that can kind of drive capital markets and influence that is where our interests lie. And so my focus really is around the carbon trading. If we can get global agreements on, say, carbon pricing, that's obviously of great interest. And then the second area are the pledges. We, for example, have joined the Net Zero Asset Manager initiatives around, pledging AUM associated with and on the path towards net zero. And I would just say that is a very challenging, it's a big challenge for investors, for governments, for society. And, it's a very complex issue with social implications, with, obviously financial implications. And I think we should look at this as it is. It's just a very complex issue that is being discussed. And so to the extent that companies, countries, investors are making efforts and are taking steps, concrete, real steps, I think we should be celebrating that.
If you wanted to think about taking a look ahead to next year, what would you identify as some of the key themes or trends that you're expecting next year?
Net zero alignment is a very big topic. It's a very challenging topic, and I don't think we can pretend anybody has all the answers to that yet. And so I think in 2022, we will need to continue to develop solutions, develop our thinking, learn from each other. The regulatory trend is significant. Certainly what you've seen in Europe, but also now in the US and in Asia, you're seeing significant interest from the regulators. And I think overall that is just raising the bar. It's raising that minimum bar on ESG, sustainable finance. And I think you are just going to see more of that coming in 2022 and more response, us having to respond to those developments. And then the third one is, and it's related to regulation, but from the corporate side, I think the disclosures issue is a huge issue around, what are corporates disclosing? What data do we have to make informed investment decisions? Does that need to be regulated data? That is a big debate, and I think it will continue in 2022. I think the future of sustainable finance is ESG everywhere. Effectively, you are not going to be able to invest without thinking about ESG. And at Invesco, we've made our commitment to have minimum levels of ESG integration across all our assets by end of 2023. And I think that is just a huge trend across the industry.
Catherine, thank you very much for taking the time to be with us today. We really appreciate it.